Hello, everyone. Today, we are going to learn English through the amazing story of one of the greatest athletes of all time. His name is Michael Jordan. Some people call him the king of basketball. Others call him the greatest competitor who ever lived. But no matter what name you give him, his story is one of passion, hard work, and unstoppable determination. Michael Jordan's journey was not simple. He was not born a champion. He was not always the best player in the world. In fact, when he was young, people doubted him. Coaches told him he was not good enough. His own school team once rejected him. But Jordan refused to give up. And because of his courage, he rose from failure to become a legend. This is the story of Michael Jordan, the boy who believed in himself, the young man who never gave up, and the champion who changed basketball forever. Michael Jeffrey Jordan was born on February 17, 1963, in Brooklyn, New York. His family was full of love, but not full of wealth. His father, James, worked in a factory. His mother, Dolores, worked at a bank. They taught their children discipline, respect, and the value of hard work. Michael had 4 siblings, 2 brothers and 2 sisters. His home was always busy, always alive with energy. When Michael was still young, the family moved to Wilmington, North Carolina. It was in this new place that Michael's story truly began. As a boy, he loved playing outside. He loved running, racing, and competing with his brothers. He was small, but he was fast. And more than anything, he loved to win. Losing made him angry. It made him cry. Even as a child, he hated defeat. This hunger for victory would follow him for the rest of his life. At first, Michael was more interested in baseball. He admired his father, who loved the sport. He spent hours practicing, dreaming of becoming a professional player. But one day, he saw a basketball. He picked it up, and he felt something special. The ball fit perfectly in his hands. The sound of it bouncing on the court gave him joy. Slowly, his love began to change. Baseball was his first dream, but basketball was his destiny. In high school, Michael wanted to play for the varsity basketball team. That was the top team, the team of the older boys. He tried out. He gave his best. But then came the moment that would shape his future. The coach made the list of players. Michael's name was not there. He was cut from the team. Imagine how painful that was. Michael went home in tears. He felt embarrassed. He felt rejected. Many boys would have quit right there. But Michael did something different. He used the pain as fuel. He made a promise to himself. He said, "I will never be embarrassed like this again. I will work harder than anyone else. I will prove them wrong." Every single day he practiced. Morning, afternoon, night. He worked on his jump shot. He worked on his defense. He worked on his strength. While others rested, he trained. While others laughed, he sweated. Slowly, his body grew taller, his muscles stronger, and his skills sharper. By his senior year, Michael had become the star of his high school. Coaches who once doubted him now admired him. Colleges began to notice him. And soon, Michael Jordan won a scholarship to play basketball at the University of North Carolina. At college, Michael faced new challenges. He was young, only a freshman, surrounded by bigger, older players. But he never let fear stop him. He worked hard in every practice. His coach, Dean Smith, believed in discipline and teamwork. He taught Michael that talent alone is not enough. Success requires humility, patience, and learning from others. In 1982, something unforgettable happened. It was the national championship game, North Carolina versus Georgetown. The game was close. Only seconds remained. The ball came to Michael. He took the shot. The ball flew through the air. Swish! It went in. North Carolina won the championship. The freshman had become a hero. That shot was the beginning of his legend. After college, Michael Jordan entered the NBA draft of 1984. The league was already full of stars: Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But the Chicago Bulls took a chance on Michael. He was chosen as the third overall pick. Some people doubted him. They said he was too skinny. They said he would never be strong enough. They were wrong. In his first season with the Bulls, Michael amazed the world. His speed, his grace, his ability to fly through the air. Fans had never seen anything like it. He could dunk with power. He could score with elegance. And most importantly, he could lift his entire team with his energy. In 1985, he was named Rookie of the Year. A star was born. But his journey was not only full of victories. In his second season, he broke his foot. He missed most of the year. Many thought his career might be ruined, but Michael refused to accept defeat. He worked harder than ever. He came back stronger. And in the playoffs, he scored an incredible 63 points against the Boston Celtics. Even though the Bulls lost, the world knew something important. Michael Jordan was unstoppable. Still, there was a problem. Michael was great, but the Bulls were not. For years, his team kept losing in the playoffs. Again and again, they were defeated by the Detroit Pistons, a team known for its rough, physical style. The Pistons built a special plan just to stop him. They called it the Jordan Rules. They pushed him. They hit him. They tried to break his spirit. But Michael did not break. Instead, he grew. He trained his body to become stronger. He learned to trust his teammates. He learned that to win championships, he needed more than scoring points. He needed teamwork. He needed patience. In 1991, everything changed. The Bulls finally defeated the Pistons. They reached the NBA Finals. Their opponent was Magic Johnson and the Los Angeles Lakers. Many expected the Lakers to win, but Michael was ready. He played with brilliance. He passed, he defended, he inspired. The Bulls won the championship. Michael Jordan was a champion at last. And it did not stop there. In 1992, the Bulls won again. In 1993, they won once more. 3 championships in a row. The world now believed Michael Jordan was the best player alive. But life is never simple. In 1993, tragedy struck. Michael's father, James, was murdered. The pain was unbearable. Michael was heartbroken. He lost not only his father, but also his best friend. In shock, he made a surprising decision. He retired from basketball. He walked away from the game he loved. Instead, he turned back to baseball, the sport of his childhood. Some people laughed. Some said he was foolish. But Michael did not care. He played for the minor league team of the Chicago White Sox. He was not great, but he worked hard. He showed humility. He showed courage. Still, deep inside, basketball was calling him. In 1995, he returned to the NBA. With just 2 words, he announced his comeback. "I'm back." At first, he struggled. The Bulls lost in the playoffs. People said he was too old. They said the magic was gone. But once again, Michael proved them wrong. He trained harder than ever. He focused his mind. And soon, the Bulls were unstoppable again. From 1996 to 1998, the Bulls won 3 more championships. Michael's skills were still dazzling. His leadership was still powerful. His will to win was still unmatched. In 1998, he hit the famous last shot against the Utah Jazz, winning his 6th championship. It was the perfect ending. Michael retired again, but basketball could not live without him. In 2001, he returned once more, this time with the Washington Wizards. He was older, slower, but still brilliant. He inspired young players. He showed fans that greatness is not only about youth, but also about wisdom. Finally, in 2003, he retired for the last time. His career was over, but his legend was eternal. Michael Jordan was more than just a player. He was a cultural icon. He changed the way people saw basketball. His shoes, the Air Jordans, became a global phenomenon. Children everywhere wore them, dreaming of flying like him. He inspired not only athletes but also ordinary people. His message was clear. With hard work, with belief, with courage, anything is possible. Even after retirement, Michael's influence continued. He became the owner of the Charlotte Hornets. He became a billionaire businessman. But more than money, his true wealth was his story. The story of a boy who turned rejection into greatness. So, what can we learn from Michael Jordan? We learn that failure is not the end. Being cut from the team is not the end. Losing games is not the end. Pain, struggle, rejection. These are not walls, but doors. Doors to improvement. Doors to growth. Michael once said, "I have failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed." His words are powerful. His story is powerful. And it teaches us not only English, but also life. This was the story of Michael Jordan, the man who fell, but always rose again. The man who refused to give up. The man who showed the world the power of determination. His story is not just about basketball. It is about life. And I hope you learned something today. Not only new words, not only English, but also inspiration.